So recently, there's a person on Twitter named Gorilla Jones who has been a challenger player before, who tweeted out, "I went 21 deaths on off-field jungle and got banned for 7 days. After putting in a ticket, Riot denied it." And if we take a look at the actual game, he did indeed go 3-21-2 and 2.2 CS while solo losing the game in 27 minutes and having basically almost the least damage on his team. And normally that would just be the end of it, right? Somebody just going autofill jungle, inting, sprinting it down, not trying, not knowing what they're doing, and getting banned for 7 days. It's not even a permanent ban, so it's not like anything major. However, recently, a person from Riot Games' product and strategy team manually looked at this game and decided to unban Gorilla Jones, even though he went 3-21. They say, "This has been reversed. Apologies to Gorilla Jones. Gorilla Jones tweeted us and offered for us to review. Our Apex skill analysis team took a look today and believes our punishment was overly harsh. We're unbanning effective immediately and are undertaking a deeper review of the automated system that relies on KDA and excessive deaths to detect and punish negative behavior. Thanks for Gorilla Jones for raising it to and the community for the feedback. We always want to fix and improve and can't do it with it all." And now, when I saw this tweet, this is just so confusing to me. In my opinion, as a League player, if you are going 3-21, almost dying 1 time per minute in a 27-minute long game, you must be inting or running it down, or at least not trying the worst, which in my opinion are all bannable behaviors. But today, we're going to be looking at this game and determining if Gorilla Jones truly deserved to be banned for this game or not. So starting off, we see Gorilla Jones is playing Volibear, a pretty strong 1v1 dueling champion against Bel'Veth, also a really strong 1v1 dueling champion. And I don't think there's going to be anything too interesting in the early game, so we'll just speed this up. He is pathing down, but I'm assuming this Bel'Veth will look to invade constantly, and here's where we get our first fight. Obviously, Bel'Veth is stronger than Volibear early game, so that's why they have to give the camp up. I'm going to put on to blue vision so I see everything that Gorilla Jones see. And it looks like Bel'Veth is contesting the Wolves camp as well. So he misses the 50-50 smite, that's alright. He can probably just walk away. But he's still trading autos with the Bel'Veth, but nothing else here looks like anything so far. Bel'Veth looks like he's crossing to the jungle as well, to try and contest the Raptors. So in this scenario, all Volibear has to do is go up back to his top side because Bel'Veth crossed. But it looks like he got some hope from his Ahri. But this is a very losing 2v2 in the early game. And we can see that if they lose it. So the first death, it is kind of bad, but I don't think it's like that much inting in my case. It's, for someone who hasn't played jungle, stuff like this is a bit hard to detect or hard to think about. Secondly, we see that he goes red buff. Bel'Veth doesn't take the invade here, so he doesn't get fucked over. We see that Bel'Veth is on Raptors, so he gets a clear view of his camps. I'm assuming Bel'Veth will go invade his top side with him. Yep. And in this scenario, you, as a jungler, you have to either fight him here, which they are doing, but I don't think it's a good choice because Volibear doesn't have Q. And after this, he can start hitting your blue, but if Bel'Veth makes a turnaround, as we see Bel'Veth doing here, then Volibear's probably dead at blue buff. Like, you can't fight this. It's level 2 to level 3 Bel'Veth. He's still trying to hit the 50-50 smite. This is sort of just like, to me, him being frustrated, so he hits the 50-50 smite instead of going for right choice. But honestly, out of goodwill, I'll say that both of these deaths are not inting. However, the third one, he goes directly back up to Bel'Veth and takes a 1v1 with him in his jungle instead of just going for boss scuttle. He does use flash. He might get out, but Bel'Veth does have flash. Okay, and he takes another death. Now, this death to me is like... This death to me is where the breakpoint starts from like actually just like having a bad game to just absolutely running it down, right? You know that Bel'Veth is in your top jungle. You see that your lanes cannot help you. And you know you're 2 levels down. But you're still taking a 1v1 against Bel'Veth in the bot side jungle while you could have just gone to Skull Crab. So 3 deaths so far. One of them is pretty much like either you're not paying attention or you're not trying at all. Afterwards, Raptors respawn, so I'm guessing he's going for this. He's down 2 levels, which is alright. Not too bad. Bel'Veth tries to contest the Raptors, but he's too late. He might try to contest this as well. And I think he has enough help to secure it, unless if he loses a 50-50 smite. But it looks like Belveth is overextended here and does die, so he does get back into this game. But Karina probably cleans this up with a lot of kills. Yada yada yada. That death is like normal. 3 deaths so far that aren't inting, but 1 are. Goes back to choke. Goes back to Gromp. Does wolves. Gets contested by Belveth once again, but this doesn't look like a kill. So far he's being shut down out of all of CS. He's already 4 deaths, but he's not down the worst. He's only down 900 gold. And he goes for a kill onto Belveth. Belveth ints, runs it down, so Belveth is put even farther behind. After Skull Crab, runs into Karina. I don't think Karina can slow kill, unless if he... Oh, I guess he just gets chased down. I mean, honestly, I don't even know why this happens. This happens because Volibear took the greedy way, but it's kind of hard to spot that Karina can kill you. He should just walk up. Like, if he walks up, he goes back to tower, but choosing to walk down and into the jungle is like... I can see players doing it out of greed, right? I wouldn't say that's inting, but it's definitely not like... If I saw a player doing this, I'm automatically assuming they're not trying their best by doing it. But anyways, 5 deaths so far. He's going for grubs, question mark, while being a bit down, but it might work because Belveth might be just invading his bot side. But it looks like they had vision and he dies once again. We're up to a total of now 6 deaths in 9 minutes. I don't even think I've ever seen someone go 6 deaths in 9 minutes as a jungler. But now he gets to take his bot side camps where he tries to do dragon. What is he even like? He's counter invading the Belveth. Wow, that's just a bit crazy. But I guess he works. He takes 1 camp. He goes back to doing his own camps. And it looks like there's a fight breaking out around him, but he doesn't want to participate. So he does participate at the last second. He knows he can't do anything, so he just goes back to clearing his jungle. But he's once again invaded because they know where he is. He gets the R out. Everything's fine. He just needs to press B here. But it looks like he's contesting the Raptors after we know that Belveth did his red. So then he just gets... Like, I can't believe in my eyes as somebody who's... This guy, he's Masters at least, right? He's currently Masters. He's been Challenger before. He peaked 900 LP this season. If you know that you got killed by Belveth 5 times in a row, and you decide to do the camp right beside Belveth, like, at some point, that has to just be you not trying and losing the game. Like, there's no other explanation. But, like, I guess he gets to flash out, so he's fine, but now he's screwed for the next rotation. So Belveth goes through the jungle to try and invade him. He has a 2v1 here, but it's hard for Ahri to play. Lancer Charm. Belveth E cleans it up, yeah. I mean, I'm just surprised. At this point, like, I can already tell, like, sure, this might be a super bad game, but it is very clear to me, at least. This guy might not be inting, but he's not really trying to win, right? It's a jungle psychology when you're, like, so frustrated because you're getting invaded over and over again, and you just stop thinking about your choices and go autopilot to whatever you're doing. This play looks like he works. He makes a good play here, but he gets traded for it. I mean, this death wasn't bad, but he's died 8 times so far, and 3 of the deaths were, like, completely preventable with thinking for, like, at least 1 minute. But I guess Riot Games decides that league players don't have to think. They can just play the game without thinking and not get banned. But either ways, he does ganks top lane. He's 4 levels down taking this fight. It might actually end well for him, but looks like Karen takes a roam. But, like, he is still 4 levels down. And he is 4 levels down trying to fight Aatrox. He's now 424. This game is basically already completely over from him completely running down. Let's see what he does on his next respawn. It looks like he's going to Raptors. I don't think anything too special here. Their enemy team is diving bot lane, so he decides to do a mid gank while being 3 levels down. This might work, but Karina can eat out if she wanted to, but it looks like Karina misplayed a bit, so he does pick up another kill, unless if... Oh, that's kind of unlucky. He doesn't get the other kill. Like, you can clearly see that he's, like, not inting. He's still, like, doing some like, normal plays to try and, quote-unquote, win the game, but he's clearly not trying too hard when he's thinking about getting invaded by Belveth. And then he gets invaded by Belveth once again and dies. Like, surely you think after dying 10 times, or after dying 9 times in a game, like, how are you dying to Belveth once again? If you're actually, like, trying to win this game. But 10 deaths in 15 minutes, you know what? If you have a score of 2-10-1 and the game ends, I don't think anybody would like ban you from it by Riot Games automated system. I do think Riot Games should ban this type of behavior, but I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with a manual review. He goes to blue buff and gets invaded and dies once. He's died like 8 times to invade this game. And that's like... I'll say it over and over again. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And what this guy is doing with dying to same invade is just insane. He fights again and dies. 11 deaths in 12 deaths in 17 minutes. It's just unbelievable that somebody looked at Riot. Like, I might be a bit biased because like I'm actually a jungler, but just to me, having somebody at Riot Games look at a Volibear jungle just completely running it down over and over, not thinking about when he's getting invaded, not realizing that Bel'Veth is better at 1v1 than him, and continuously dying and just ruining the game, and somehow getting his ban reversed is absolutely like insane to me from the Riot Games devs. Anyways, goes, chases the Katarina. I mean, he doesn't have anything to do anyways, but this chase is never going to work. So then he gets collapsed on. Like, I can't. I just can't take this serious. Somebody at Riot Games, right? They saw Volibear. They saw Volibear running out of base, right? No camps up. You know what? That's fine. They saw him lawn chase a Katarina. Katarina, how much gold is Katarina is up 4,000 gold from this Volibear. Katarina can just E-dash a minion, and Volibear's still running at Katarina. And what do you know? They get baited and like. This might be a common occurrence in like Iron or something, but like I've played in a lot of Masters games, and I can tell like these Master players know that they cannot kill this Katarina, and because Volibear is constantly chasing him, like it's eventually going to lead to this like all the time. It's not like he mechanically misplayed, where like if there's a lucky crit or something got unlucky. He just died, and then he gets dove and died again. Like this is another one. Like your whole team is dead, right? And you are the only one alive, so you can't do anything. You can only pray to take CS. You can't even defend this tower, right? But he decides to walk. He sees Bel'Veth. He decides to walk back into tower range just for himself to get towered over again. Like, this is a very clear sign to me that, like, yeah, he's not trying, right? I wouldn't call it so far as he's trying to intentionally lose the game. There's a lot of people, when they're, like, trying to get FFO'd, they will quote-unquote soften, which is do bad plays, and, like, trying to get their team to FF. And it does kind of look like what he's doing in a sense. Like, you can't say that he's completely running down any of these plays, but he is just not thinking about his gameplay. And like a skilled player will know that, oh, these players are bad, or these plays are bad, so like I will do these plays in order to try to lose my team the game. Which is basically essentially what he's trying to do right now. Anyways, we are on death number 16 right now, so he goes to his camp, gets invaded, and dies. 6. Look, it would be... Did he spend like 70% of the game dead? Like, this can't be real. This actually can't be real. Does he die here again? Okay, he gets out this time. And he gets sniped by Israel. Up to 18 deaths. He has gotten 49 CS over the course of 23 minutes. Keep in mind that it's equivalent to 12 jungle camps. So in the game, he has gotten 12 jungle camps so far. And now he's actually playing correctly, playing safe a bit, you know. Still a bit overextended, and because he's overextended, he gets sniped off and dies. And that's the 19th death. And the enemy team is sort of close to winning the game. Honestly, props to the rest of his teammates for keeping the game, like, not that far away. Like, they should have been able to end at 20 minutes, but the rest of his teammates at least tried their best to win the game. Meanwhile, while Fight is completely breaking out bot lane, he decides to get some CS and farm up so the stats don't look too bad, and he gets punished by Bel'Veth once again. And that's his 20 deaths of the game. Did he die 21 times? I don't remember. I think they might have just taken Baron and ended this game from now on. But anyways, no camps up, 5 levels down. What does he decide to do? He decides to fight the Aatrox bot lane. Okay, this is like a nice play, but I'm like, yeah, their team is just over. And the game is over. But yeah, anyways, in conclusion, what I see here as a challenger level player is that even if you're awful jungle, most master tier players are smart enough to know that after you get invaded 8 times in a row, the Spellveth is going to continue to invade you, and that you need to play differently. And what this player did is he didn't play differently. He just played the same way and prayed that Bel'Veth didn't invade. And whenever Bel'Veth didn't invade, he basically shrugged it off and goes, "Oh well, I'm off foot anyways. I'm 0-5 or I'm like 1-8 this game. I'm already miserable. Just let this Bel'Veth kill me as many times as possible so the game can end as fast as possible." And it is kind of disgusting to me that Riot Games would take a look at this game and decide to reverse the unban, right? If I was Riot Games and took a look at this, I would just permanently ban this guy like forever, because he ironically ruined the game for basically 4 of his teammates, and by not thinking, and with a scoreline of 321-2, 61 CS, and down half gold at 27 minutes, it's a no-brainer that Riot Games should ban him, but being the company Riot Games is, they decided to unban him for some reason that I can't understand. Probably because people on the Riot Games does not really know how the game works at high elo. But anyways, that's just a small rant video for me today. Seeing stuff like this truly does demotivate me from playing solo queue, but at least I hope maybe this won't happen again. I don't know. Maybe he'll get banned one day for doing this. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.